Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
Neck makes a popping noise when I do that. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. What was the next line?
These live streams.
Oh, these live streams. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Okay. Miriam and I got sunburned on Saturday, but just lightly sunburned.
I think I got less sunburned than you because I don't really look it.
We bought season passes, which were only like, it's the same as paying to go in twice to a local
theme park here.
Theme park called Lagoon. And we went for the first time yesterday. Saturday, that's right. And we were only there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was great.
And then we came home because we needed to.
Yeah, the kids were going to a movie.
Yep. So Betsy's here, so is Gina. Visual Keto is here from the Plasma Center.
Oh, hi.
Looks like Carrie is here as well. Going to go mow the grass.
Nice.
Our grass
is growing. Yay.
Well, I think I need to turn on the
yard does have really a lot of Johnson grass.
Yes, it does. Dennis is a very good morning to one and all. Stwong is here. So is Lynette and J-Dog. He says, hey, yo, super excited for Keto Con this weekend.
Yay, me too.
Okay, here, it's time for story time with Mr. Bair.
Right.
So this morning I was looking for the address of the house that we rented for Keto Con. And noticed that I had it reserved for Thursday through Monday.
Yep.
Our plane flight is Wednesday through Monday. That is one day more than the house was reserved for. So I contacted the place the lady that we're renting it from. I'm like, so is there any way that we can extend that? And she said, yeah, sure. And so she's just I'll just have to pay an extra $300.
For one more day?
For one more day.
That's so cheap.
Well, I mean, it's
expensive, but
expensive.
To house that many people.
It's just adding one more thing. Anyway, Tina's here. Let's see. Sean says, good morning, Chris and Miriam.
Good morning,
Miss Cash is here.
Oh, S. Cash, how are your people doing? Was it your dad and your friend's son? How are they doing?
Linda wants to know if we were going to have the Daily Mineral to Keto Con. We will have some.
Yes,
now,
we will.
We have to kind of
pack light.
Pack light-ish.
It feels like it's not light.
Not including our personal suitcases, we will be bringing 10 suitcases full of product.
Gosh, that's a lot.
And booth materials. So we will have some.
Yep.
We won't have a ton because we can't bring it all. So what we usually do is you can order it from us there. It's 10% off if you buy it at the booth. And we will either give it to you if we have it, or we'll ship it to you for free.
Yep.
So either way.
But come see us and give us a hug.
Yeah. Brenda is last day of San Francisco vacation.
Aw, enjoy one more minute.
Sharon normally misses the lives because of work, but welcome.
But today, how are you,
She says, what kind of cheese makes eggs creamy? Ricotta? Oh, and probably cream cheese.
I don't know. Everything that's cheese is delicious, so I would just pick whatever you like.
And Carrie watched American Underdog last night. It was really good.
Okay, that's cool.
Cindy is here. Let's see. Rhiannon says, good morning, friends.
Good
Holly
morning.
says, Keto Con is going to be great.
Yes, it is.
And Carrie says, I have 3 screens going at once. He did a computer job for somebody, and they paid him with 2 monitors.
That's cool.
Once you go 2 monitors,
yeah, it's hard to go back.
It's like getting a bidet.
Yeah.
Once you get a bidet, you're not going back. Once you get 2 monitors, you can only go to 3 monitors. And once you go to 3 monitors, actually 3 monitors is a lot of times overkill, and you'll go back to 2 monitors. But
yeah. But yeah, during the pandemic, and I was sitting up on the counter, I'm like, I have this tiny little laptop. I need a monitor.
Yep. Let's see. Kel says, hi, all expecting snow showers later today.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm glad that you're safe.
And he says, I'll be bringing my igloo cooler again for Keto Chow to use.
Yes.
The Lord is here, so is
Thank you.
Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Cindy says, I'll definitely be seeing you guys in a few days.
Yes, indeed.
And Debbie
Rita,
says,
how
good
are you?
morning. Just joining from 2KK. Oh,
Oh,
and Carrie
nice.
says, yeah,
Hi, Debbie.
2KK just stopped. Keto in the
Midst.
I thought that was saying in the Midwest, but it's no, in the midst.
In the midst. In the midst
Is here.
of keto.
So good morning.
How are
Vintage
you?
Girls is here. Welcome.
Hello.
Say hello to the troops for us.
Yes, they
Or I guess
are.
we probably just said hi to them.
Hi. Hi, troops.
Hooah.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Andy says Lagoon is awesome. Well, it's funny because it was
It's funny.
cold-ish.
Yeah. So you have
And
jackets on.
yeah, well, I didn't have a jacket on, but I did have long pants on, which
Yeah.
is something I've never worn.
That's weird.
They did say that Rattlesnake
Chris
Rapids,
wearing pants?
which is a ride that you get wet on. They're like,
Mhm.
it'll be closed at 6 p.m. I'm like, I'm not sure that should be open at all.
Yes, it was cold. And it really wasn't that cold. Like it was perfect
great.
outside.
It was
is what
absolutely
it was.
fantastic. And all of us got a little sunburn, just a little bit.
Yep.
And
You can tell you're sunburned more because I shaved your hair off last night.
yes.
So you can see it's white
I
on
probably
this
have
section.
a bit of a tan line. Rita says, good morning. Jackie says, good morning. I can finally relax. 2 big bags of orange cream ordered. I wish it was 4, though.
Oh, yeah.
Joanna says, good
I love
morning.
orange cream.
Rush says, thoughts of adding lithium to diet.
Oh, I don't.
Did you consider adding it to daily minerals? So Dr. Barry was almost entirely in charge of the formulation of the daily minerals. My input on the daily minerals was, hey, if we cut the sodium in the daily minerals, we can make the serving size be 1 tablespoon instead of 2 tablespoons. And he's like, okay. And that would also reduce the cost, and we could ship twice as many servings per bottle.
Yep.
But as far as adding lithium, not something that we added. I will say that there is some lithium in the daily minerals by virtue of the fact that the magnesium that we put in there is coming with a bunch of trace minerals. And you'll actually get a fair amount of lithium in the electrolyte drops and in the fasting drops. And in the capsules, the electrolyte drop capsules. They're just called electrolyte capsules, not drop capsules. Anyway.
Whatever.
We don't make any claims as far as the amount that's in there, though, simply because
it's the trace mineral.
It's a trace mineral, and so, but it is in there. As far as thoughts on adding lithium to the diet, it's not something I've actually researched. I know people use
we would
it for
definitely have to research
heart
it
conditions, but aside from that, what I mostly use lithium for is in lithium-ion batteries.
I also use batteries.
Anyway, Jennifer is here. Let's see. People saying hi.
Hi.
Bum, bum, bum. Joanna's here, says good morning and happy Monday, everyone. Annabella is here. Almost Carnivore is here. Says hi, Chris and Miriam.
How
and
are
Miriam,
you?
You're looking really beautiful.
Thank
Miriam's going to
you.
be filming today. She's a movie star. Swimming pools, movie stars.
I want a swimming pool.
We have a hot tub, also known as the hot dog. That
I have a neighbor who has a swimming pool.
It's cold right now.
Yeah, it's funny in Utah.
Well, nobody's using it, so I turned off the heat because otherwise, our electric bill is crazy.
And then every time we want to use it, we have to think about that 24 hours. So if you fill a whim to get in the hot tub, you have to think about it yesterday in order for it to be warm enough.
Or just use it at least once every 2 or 3 days, and then I won't turn it off.
But I don't do that.
I'm such a dad.
Because I have an awesome bathtub.
This guy says, my friend's son is beginning the long process of rehab. Yeah. My dad had a stent put in, but can't begin chemo till May 1st. Wow.
Oh, wow.
He's not eating much right now, so I'm concerned about chemo effects.
Yeah.
Speaking of physical rehabilitation, turns out my shoulder, there's not a tear in it. It's just bruised, and I get to go do physical therapy the week after we get home from Keto Con.
Yay!
Okay. Hungry Heath is loving the new capsules. Thank you so much. Jen says, I just love the electrolyte capsules. Such a game changer. I can swallow them easier.
Yay.
And Annabelle says, it's 1:22 a.m. I'm up late.
Andy, you need to be sleeping.
Go to bed. This is just got back from my mailbox. Got my pina colada this morning.
Yay.
Can't wait to make 2 KKs. Coconut.
Oh, we should make that this week. That sounds so good.
Felix says, with the daily minerals, it sounds like a battery. We'll all get supercharged now. Human Tesla.
Right. Oh, and S-Cash, thank you for the update. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, Beck says you have to be really careful with dietary lithium. And there's not a lot in there. It's along with, I think there's 23 trace minerals in there. The problem is they change every batch.
The amounts are a tiny bit different.
And so to get them to make a label claim about them would be, well, it'd be kind of dumb.
It would be dishonest.
So.
Because they wouldn't be the same. It's not perfect.
Yep. So we just don't make a label claim about the trace minerals. They're there. Dennis says, Chris and Miriam, I cannot thank you enough for all your support, encouragement, and help you gave us all during the first crucial years of the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently it's over now. Well, no, it's going to be over. They're declaring an end to the COVID-19 emergency. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Even though people are still getting it.
That's true.
Because it's not over.
By the way, the end of the current season of The Mandalorian is almost upon us, and we haven't even watched the Obi-Wan show. Or Andor. What the heck?
It's like we are busy.
Right? Anyway, Jennifer Lucas says, good morning, beautiful people. She's talking to you.
Thank you. How are you, Jennifer?
Nani says, any idea when big bags of blueberry pie will be in? Also, when will pumpkin spice caramel be out? Late summer or early fall? Love that flavor. So, blueberry pie. What I can say is that it's ordered, but I haven't got a confirmation on the order yet. And from the day that it's ordered to when it actually gets produced can take a while. So it will be coming.
Someday.
So any idea of when it'll be in?
Nope.
No. And as far as when pumpkin spice caramel will be, whether it's late summer or early fall, I guess that depends on your definition and when we actually get it.
Because I would say late fall.
I think we're targeting
late
early
summer
fall.
Is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always reminds me of Groundhog Day when he says, "You think it'll be in early spring?" He's like, "I'm thinking, was it March
25th or something?"
And he's like, "Huh, funny.
That is the first day
I think
of
that's
spring.
actually the first day of spring." Did you want to talk about the weather, or did you want to chat? He's such a jerk.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a thing.
But that's the whole point, is that he redeems himself.
Yeah, he becomes
which is
a better
the whole
person.
point, speaking about Star Wars, that's the whole point about Han just straight up shooting Greedo.
Because he wasn't a good guy?
Such a scoundrel at the beginning, and you have to have his arc of redemption. Not the arc of truth, which is a Stargate SG-1 movie.
Okay. I don't remember the title of anything.
You don't?
I just don't care.
I'm just going to say nerd, nerd, nerd. Annabelle says I made keto upgrades, Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
You don't have the right chocolate. They're pretty yummy just to say.
Aw,
You probably need the
that's
dark,
okay.
the
Oh, yeah,
black,
what is it? The black cocoa? Yeah. That's good, though.
Yep. Jackie says 48 days, swimsuits ordered. Hope they fit. Talking about the low carb.
Yes, I probably should try on my swimsuits and see if they fit still.
We go on the cruise the day of high school graduation.
Yes. Yes.
Which means our children who are in the choir cannot participate in the singing at the choir.
And they're kind of mad about that.
Are they? I thought that they were like, I don't care.
No, Max is mad.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to sing for the graduation.
All right. L Strange says, I keep trying to turn off Disney Plus, but they keep coming out with good stuff to watch.
I know, it's so dumb.
And Sean
Why
says,
do they
I have to catch up on The Mandalorian. Cindy says, I just made a double batch of both maple waffle and pecan sticky bun waffles to take with us on the road, staying at a Verbo. That just made me think today, Cindy, one of the things I told my son Max is that, well, he's been having interesting issues where his legs were getting like weak.
Tingly and stuff.
And so I'm like, dude, I want you drinking a Keto Chow every day. And so he has been, and he hasn't been having problems since. Yeah. Coincidence? I think not.
Wow.
Anyway, and so last night I said, I want your help mixing up a bunch of Keto Chow Monday night so that you have some in the fridge for when I'm gone. And he's like, okay.
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 Okay. Okay.
Okay.
With this tall, very straight.
Okay.
Okay.
L Strange says hello. Hello.
Hello.
Jackie says, do we know if blueberry is seasonal or the correct full time?
Oh, nope. We don't know.
We have not made an announcement about that at this time.
If it would stop going out of stock, it'd be easier to make a decision.
Matt says it's snowy in Chicagoland this morning, so I think pumpkin spice caramel needs to come out right now.
Wouldn't that be good? Pumpkin sausage soup sounds delicious.
Well, did I tell you on, was it Thursday? I think it was snowing here. And I went down to Holly O'Fray, our warehouse manager. I said, Holly, I need you to take down the spring flavors of Keto Chow right away. And she's like, what? I gestured outside, and I'm like, look at this. And she's like, you had me going for a couple seconds. Irma says, good morning, Chris and Miriam. I love your Keto Chow. He loves you.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy that I finally got my husband off regular ice cream. Nice. Now he only eats Keto Chow ice cream. Thank you for coming up with Keto Chow.
Such a triumph. I'm so happy. Thank you for sharing that with us.
John says, are you driving to Keto Con? What's the drive?
Oh, the drive's like 24 hours.
Yeah, we would not be doing that. But Elle says I'll be driving to Keto Con. I guess it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't drive unless it was less than a day and a half.
Because you spend a lot of time in the airport, and I think that's when you have to kind of weigh it out. If it takes just as long as I sit in the airport, then I can just drive.
We actually looked into, so we went to Low Carb Denver.
Yeah.
It was almost the exact same amount of time to fly versus drive because of the amount of time that we would be spending going to and from the airport and everything like that. Actually, no, it was that the cost of driving for paying people, including for the time, was about the same as just flying and then paying for the tickets. That's what it was.
Right.
And we actually probably should have gone with that because of how terrible the snow situation was this year. Like, there were crazy snowstorms.
It was fine.
He says, did you see that there's a sequel to Groundhog Day? When you press play, it just plays the original. Actually, there's a VR game, virtual reality game, that's available on Steam. That is a sequel to Groundhog Day, but it's rated M.
Oh, okay.
Because I understand there's a lot of swearing in it. Let's see. Holly says Max is so funny. I love him.
He's so funny. We love him.
BR 1967 FE says, have a little trouble knowing how much fat to use. So, if you go on our website and you go to learn, and I think it's how to make Keto Chow. So you've got this, this is on the how to do it, they calculate the fats. So what's your calorie target for the day?
Say 1,500.
And if you don't know how much, then you can click on this and it'll help you calculate it. But you come back here, and you scroll down, scroll. Okay, so let's say, 1,500. So it divides it by 3 and gives you 500.
Yeah, if you're going to have 3 meals.
Peanut butter has a slightly different, it has more protein and fat.
Yes.
So we're not using peanut butter. Great. So, and what's your unit of measure?
Grams. I like to weigh it.
Okay. 111 grams of heavy cream or 54 grams of butter or 47 grams of whatever oil it is that you want to use.
Right.
But you could also use U.S. fluid ounces.
Oh, okay.
So for 500, is this rounding? Let's see. 1,500, 1,600. That is rounding. We probably need to change that to not round anymore. At least give 1 decimal. John, you know what to do.
Tell somebody to fix that.
Yeah, we did change it so it's not rounding to 0 decimal points. With milliliters, it's not a big deal. But with fluid ounces.
Yeah.
But now you could come in here to tablespoons or teaspoons. But then also cups. Cups isn't rounding.
Yeah.
But fluid ounces probably should at least give 1 decimal.
We like showing you our failings.
Right. Anyway. So there you go. That's how you can figure out how much fat to use to hit what you're looking for. Jesse G says it felt like early summer in Ohio last week, and now winter is back.
Yeah.
Back again.
It just keeps coming.
Cindy is driving from Kentucky straight through 16
hours. That's a long drive. Is Debbie coming with you? Is your husband coming? I don't remember.
Rickwin says I'm driving out to Keto Con. It's a 12-hour drive, so I'm taking 2 days to get out.
That's good.
I want
Don't
to be
forget
able to stop
to get barbecue. Too.
Yes.
Oh, and you should stop at Buc-ee's. Everybody talks about it.
I don't know that they have Buc-ee's in
I don't know where it is.
Texas.
Why wouldn't they? Everything's bigger in Texas.
Right. Or I don't know if they have them in Austin. Nani says I've been using Keto Chow as a hot drink in my coffee or for Ninja ice cream. Just tried it in the fridge. Love it even more if that's possible.
I'm so happy.
Annabelle says, okay, going off to dreamland.
Okay, sleep tight.
Sleep well.
I'll sing you a lullaby.
Jennifer says, I brought treats to bait critter live traps, but I want to eat them. That's funny. John G says, got it. I'll talk to Summer. Good job. Or you can talk to Dallin. Make him learn how to do that. Let's see. Cindy says, Miriam, Deb is coming as well as my husband and one of my nieces.
So great. They will have so much fun together.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Super fun. Super fun.
Super fun.
Super fun. Why do I sound like the guy from... I feel like I'm doing the guy from Psych when I do weird voices like that.
You know what? You should sing that Peaches song.
Again, if you haven't seen the Super Mario movie, such a great movie. It was really good.
It's just fun.
Peaches, peaches,
now I want to play
peaches.
Super Mario Brothers.
Debbie says Buc-ee's is in Texas. We love them. Good.
There you go.
We still have never been there. But yeah, the Super Mario movie was great. But this weekend, we just had some fun going to a soccer game.
Yeah. It was a little cold.
Yep. It was nice, though. Kate and I were able to just grab Keto Chows and drink them before we left for the soccer game.
And I just ate when I got home.
Yeah, there you go.
Delicious.
Jesse G says, I've just gotten my first bottle of magnesium capsules.
Yes.
Is it a form of magnesium that makes you sleepy? Should I take it at bedtime? So it's made with magnesium chloride, which is a bioavailable version, one of the better ones. I think all magnesium
could
has
do
the
that.
potential to make
I think
sleep.
you just want to test it out. So pick a day that you're not going to have to be as productive and try it out.
Now, I take them before I go to bed.
I've never noticed them making me sleepy. Like if I have a leg cramp or something and I want to take them during the day or the drops, I'll just take them and I don't care. But I usually take them at night, and I think they do help me sleep better. So yeah, there's that information.
Teresa says, Miriam, you look so pretty today.
Thank you.
And Holly says, the nearest Buc-ee's from Austin is 45 minutes away.
Oh, we better start walking.
Clay says, good morning, kind people. Cindy says, we have a Buc-ee's right here in Richmond, Kentucky, about 5 minutes from our house. You should walk there. But so this week, we only have 2 days to really get stuff done. And then then we're going to be gone.
On our way.
Yeah. So it'll be an interesting couple of days. And then I left so much stuff at home today. And did you have to get 3 things for me or just 2 things? Anyway. But I did take out the garbage. Which was good.
I appreciate that.
So Nani says, could you expand on Keto Chow's reduced inflammation? Is it because it is a keto food? So keto in general, I would say helps people who have issues with inflammation.
Yes.
And it's the lack of carbohydrates that really helps with that. And so anything that you eat that is very low in carbohydrates and does not contain seed oils.
Yes, that's true.
Which are a lot of times called vegetable oils, but they're actually oils from seeds. Anything that meets that criteria is generally going to help with inflammation. Now, some people do have issues with dairy, but if you're not one of them, then hey, Keto Chow could be a very good
option,
part of your reduced inflammation diet. And also, so is steak. Steaks are great. Eggs.
Bacon.
Yep. Those are also non-inflammatory foods.
Something, too, I've noticed if I do a lot of keto treats, I can get inflammation from them. And I think it's probably like the amount. If I stuck to what I was supposed to and had like a half of a piece, it probably wouldn't bother me very much. But I can abuse keto treats just like I abused sugar. And I've learned that about myself. So I'm trying to be very selective what I choose and how I ingest them. So just something to keep in mind.
Tracy's looking forward to meeting us all at
Yay,
Keto
Tracy! Thank you.
Happy
to meet you.
I'm already packing for the cruise.
Yay.
We talked about this on Joe and Rachel's live stream this morning. I did start packing. I put 3 polo shirts with the Keto Chow logo into my bag. But I also have this, what's it called? Bag of toiletries. I have a toiletry bag that has all my stuff already in it.
Mhm.
And so to pack for a trip,
It's
seriously,
super easy.
it takes me
Less than
35
10 minutes.
minutes,
Yeah.
45 minutes. And that's just me
You
making
just
sure I
have to
didn't
do the
forget.
laundry before you pack.
Yeah.
That's it. So we should do that
Oh,
too.
Blaze says there are over 30 Buc-ee's in Texas. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Alyssa says, or it might be John, actually. Last time I was talking to Alyssa and John, it was John.
Oh, okay.
It says magnesium, I'll just call them the glass people. Magnesium is known to have a calming effect on the body.
Yes.
And it may help promote relaxation and improve sleep quality. However, it's unlikely that magnesium alone would make you feel sleepy.
Yeah.
And Rickman says, I thought Buc-ee's started in Texas. They're coming east, so I will stop in Alabama and Louisiana.
Nice.
Jackie says there's a Buc-ee's 20 minutes from the Doubletree, and you might know someone there with a vehicle.
Heck yes. Let's go. Road trip.
Listen, the glass people say steak, eggs, bacon, 3 cornerstones of my lifestyle.
Yes. Yes.
Rush says, you are a packing wizard.
If ever I need a reset, I just always go for eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't feel good, tired, ornery. Oh, eggs will feel good.
Oh, it's John today. So there you go.
Thanks, John.
Holly says, I have to do the laundry so I can pack.
Yep.
Stacy says, we love our Keto Chow.
Thank you, Stacy.
Jesse says, packing for a trip is super easy.
Barely
an
inconvenience.
inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it turns out you just have to throw stuff into a bag and then forget stuff.
And then close it up. But we have packing kind of down to a science. I have a little box of stuff that I keep that's in my room with all the little travel sizes. And I know you don't have to have travel sizes, but I like the amount of space.
Yeah.
So it makes me happy.
Keep talking. I'm not sharing yet.
Okay. I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, it's nice. And I have like my workout stuff. I bought an extra set of workout gloves because I use mine every day. And
I bought this for Miriam.
Oh yeah, it's really great because
it actually has a rather long cord.
And it wraps up around itself so it doesn't take up a ton of space in my suitcase too.
Well, they were a lot cheaper last time I bought it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's expensive.
But it's nice because you can plug it in underneath and then stick that up on the bedside table, and so we like.
Will you remind me to bring a better power brick? Because I always bring that little wimpy one and it doesn't work as good.
Bring a better power brick. Anyway, you were saying, sorry.
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's gone.
Shoulders very.
Nobody can see how cute my shirt is because of the darkness. I'm just a floating head today.
No, parents. Money helps. Shauna says, I have to replace some things and get a new toiletry bag.
Yes.
And Lynette is doing laundry today so that she can pack. He says Buc-ee's is a Texas original. First one was in Lake Jackson.
Oh, cool.
About an hour south of Houston.
Cool.
Wow. And Jackie's packing Wednesday night. Yeah, we need to get there early because booth setup is on Thursday. And we have to go shopping for everything on Wednesday.
Yep.
Which it will be nice, though, because we can go to the house, figure out what we need to get at the house. Because usually...
Because sometimes you don't have the right supplies that you need.
Sometimes they don't have
You need to buy a
any
pan.
pans.
Let's just plan on buying one of those silver pans.
Well, yeah, they work out really well because we're going to make some jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, and we should make deviled eggs.
Rigwin says, I figure there is a store somewhere, if I forget anything. The most important thing is my phone charger. John says, how about a Korean barbecue-themed flavor? Savory.
Oh, wow.
We actually
never had Korean barbecue.
Tested a hot and sour soup once. I thought it was good, but that was when I was testing a whole bunch of different flavors, like a clam chowder flavor and a broccoli cheese soup flavor, and a bacon and cheese flavor, and I finally got to the point where I said, how about I just do one that doesn't have flavor in it, and people can add bacon and cheese or clams and some cauliflower and make clam chowder. And that's the soup, the beef soup base. So I'm actually not planning on developing any additional savory flavors. I've said it before, I'll happily say it again. They just don't sell very well. Like if you, let's see.
I really like using the chicken soup to cook with. Somebody said just now about the shrimp. I gotta write that down.
So if you look at the leaderboard, we publish this every 6 months or so, with the most popular flavors. Down here at the very, very end is where you find the tomato, the beef, the soup. All three of those they're actually lower than the peach and the s'mores, which we discontinued. So we're kind of keeping those around just because.
They like 'em.
But yeah, I'm not planning on making any more savory flavors.
So I had a fun day on Friday. My dad and I and my daughter Audrey went to the rock show because she is a geology major. So we spent like 4 hours walking around this tiny little place looking at rocks, which was great. But one of her girlfriends met up with us there, and she just went keto 8 days ago.
Oh, yes.
And she went like hard and started right away with OMAD. So I was like, what?
Okay.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Seriously? Well, I thought it'd be really good. But then she showed me some pictures of what she's been eating, and it is really good. She did get keto flu because she didn't know about the salt, which I gave her some Relight, and I said, anytime you don't feel good, have some of this, have some salt, have some pickle juice, and
but my shadow's on point today. Sorry.
Thank
anyway, please continue.
But it was really nice, talking to somebody that was new and just, remembering the excitement of change and, starting to feel better, because it's been a long time for us. And just that change in like how well you feel and how well like my clarity is now compared to before. So it was just really fun to talk with her and see her. And we went back to the house and I'm all, here, have this, have some keto chow, blah, blah, blah. And like, it was awesome. It was really fun.
Well, it says, ooh, deviled eggs for sure.
Yeah.
Carrie says, do you have a recipe for lemon meringue pie? I believe that we do.
I don't remember. I know we have like a pudding pie that you could use lemon for.
Well, so you come here, you go to recipes. Seriously, well, there's lemon sauce, but there it is, search and filter pie.
You know what's really good as a lemon pie is the cranberry, what's it called? Cranberry orange pie, and just use the lemon instead of, there it is. Yeah. Instead of, it says amp right there.
Yes, it does. That's an ampersand HTML.
Anyway, that one's really good with lemon meringue in it with the cranberries.
But yeah, any of the pie recipes would work really well. John says, do it.
Do it.
Bertha says, I got my shipment last Thursday. I had to order the next day for Maple Waffle 21. I wanted to order more because it became one of my favorite. Please make it a permanent
flavor. I like that flavor too. When we first tested it, I'm like, this is just drinking syrup. But it grew on me. So.
Yeah. So Rush says, I looked at the original Keto Chow recipe. What would you say you have changed?
Everything.
Almost everything. I'm not asking for the new recipe. Actually, that's also open source. But it's, so the big thing that changed is we, instead of using Costco vitamins, we have
our own vitamins.
Yeah, our own formulation. That changed. We
went from psyllium husk powder as the fiber to acacia gum fiber.
Which that one's in the version 1.9 that's on the website.
At any rate, we changed that from the original.
The amounts of stuff
proteins a couple of times.
The flavorings are different, but some of the things like some of the stuff is still exactly the same. I think the amount of
choline by tartrate.
Finding choline L by tartrate, not DL. Okay.
Not driver's license.
It's time for science class with Mr. Frick. Okay. Nerd. Organic chemistry. I never took it. But since starting on this whole stuff with manufacturing, when you create a chemical compound, a molecule that has carbon in it, that is called an organic compound. Okay.
Yes.
Organic has nothing to do with like using woo-woo farming practices. It just means it has carbon in it. Although we've changed the meaning of that, but whatever. I'm not going to go on that tangent. When you create an organic compound, there will be two versions of it. One will be a mirror image of the other. And if you take that stuff and you crystallize it, and then you shine polarized light through it. I know this is, we're getting a little off the rails here. It will twist light, polarized light, either in a right-hand direction or a left-hand direction. So when you make stuff that has carbon, it will either be the left-handed version or the right-handed version.
Right.
Choline bitartrate, choline, human bodies only know how to use the L version, the one that twists polarized light to the left. Then you also have the one that twists polarized light to the right. When they're called stereoisomers, again, we're getting off topic, but when you have a mix of the two together, it's called a racemic mix. Where you'll also see this discussed is when people talk about exogenous ketones. Ketones that are made in a lab.
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. You make ketones, and in a lab, it will make both versions. It will make the one that twists to the right and the one that twists to the left, although I was doing it backwards, but whatever. With choline bitartrate, the DL version that has both of them, the racemic mixture, is actually toxic to human kidneys. It's a bad thing. It's very bad.
Then why do they make it?
Because in order to make choline L-bitartrate, they have to separate the D from the L and split them up. And that means that half of what they make
gets thrown away.
Or recycled. They have to break it back down. They have to use some enzyme or something like that to break it down. Break it down. Anyway, and the same thing happens with ketones. They make ketones. You end up with half that are wrong and half that are right. Very few companies actually go through and throw away the bad stuff. Strangely enough, Prove It Keto OS Max is one of the very few exogenous ketone supplements that only use the right one. The correct one. Yes.
Not the right one.
I'm not saying you should use that product. I personally have never seen a need, personally, to use ketones, although our daughter does use it when she is not feeling well and is dealing with depression. Yeah.
Mentally.
And if you were treating some other neurological condition, ketones I think that's a great application. Anyway, choline bitartrate. It's very hard to find the L. It's very easy to find the DL. The DL is illegal in Europe. But if you go on Amazon and you buy choline bitartrate, unless it specifically says choline L bitartrate, it is choline DL bitartrate. So, anyway.
So be careful with that.
Yeah.
If you're ever trying to make keto chow from scratch.
Yeah. Okay. Now that we've gone off on racemic mixtures and stereoisomers of organic chemistry.
It does sound cool. Those are all cool words.
And it's all stuff that I learned after starting keto and after starting Keto Chow.
Yeah.
So what has changed? Every time we learn something new,
we change it.
We apply that to Keto Chow.
All of them.
Yes. All of the new stuff. He says, I have to say the tomato flavor is my favorite because I use it to make my barbecue sauces.
Yes, yeah.
And John says beef should sell better. It should, but it's one of those
weird things.
A lot of people are like,
that's weird.
Tracy wants to know, are you going to develop any other core flavors?
We are undecided at this moment.
Yep, we've not made any public announcements in that regard.
We're also seeing how well we can get that beef protein, and we're seeing how well...
Yeah, there's actually a shortage of the protein that we use to make it.
I imagine it's similar to the beef protein that they used in the Bell's batter.
Maybe. The issue with the core, with the beef protein in the core, is that it's actually made from grass-fed, grass-finished cows in Switzerland.
Yeah. So we should go over there and get some.
Well, and here's the thing. I actually asked, I'm like, hey, do you have stuff that's more available? And they said, we do have this other stuff. And I tested it, and it did not taste good.
Yucky.
And I said, well, is there a price difference? And they said, no, it's exactly the same price. I'm like, hold on a second. The conventional U.S. beef protein that doesn't taste as good is the exact same price as the grass-fed, grass-finished Switzerland
pants
imported from Europe they're like, yeah, it's the same price. I'm like,
I want to go to Europe. Let's go see
So-
those cows.
there you go. John says, I word of mouth the beef to anyone that will listen.
Thank
Well, good
you.
Sharon says it's a great idea with the tomato flavor. I still haven't used any of the savory ones I
Mm,
bought. We like to
I
use
like
it
to make them into chaffles.
pizza crusts.
I love it.
Yeah.
So great.
John's got to run. Rush says, thank you for the discussion. Hey, don't get me started on technical topics.
Yes, I'll fall asleep.
It just reminds me of someone was wearing a shirt that says, like, I am an introvert willing to discuss model trains.
That's funny. You should have that.
And-
I am an introvert willing to talk about only stupid stuff. I mean,
Keto
geek
or-
stuff.
Yeah, because
Geeky
we
stuff.
all, even people who are like, or they have social anxiety, or they
Mhm.
have, boy, you get them on a subject that they are passionate about, and
Mhm.
all of that is gone, just gone, and they are. It's amazing.
It's so great. It's great. And I'm glad that we can be passionate about keto
Yep.
together.
Rush says, I understand left and right molecules. Very interesting. Twisted science, Mike
Right?
said.
Right.
Jenna says, just eat an egg. No, that's actually a good way to get a
Mhm.
good amount of choline is with egg yolks or
Yep.
with lecithin.
Okay.
An old recipe that I used to be messing around with before Keto Chow actually called for soy lecithin
Okay.
as an ingredient to get the choline.
Ah.
And I don't use that anymore, but yeah, eggs are a fantastic source of choline. And the reason why eggs are such a great source of choline is everything you need to make a baby chicken is in the
Mhm.
egg,
Mhm.
which includes making chicken liver and chicken heart and chicken lungs
Chicken brains.
and chicken brains. So if you can't, if you just can't with eating liver,
Mhm.
eat eggs. It's got all the nutrients you need to make liver.
Yep. And it's funny how Keto Chow does help reset me too. So, like I was saying, anytime I don't feel good and I just need to feel good, I just eat eggs. Like that is true. But Keto Chow also helps reset me. I think it's those vitamins. Like I get all those vitamins and then I'm like, oh, I was missing something and I didn't really notice how I was missing that. But
Mike says, not another shortage. Yeah, I think
there's always
they said the
shortages.
earliest availability of the beef protein for either more of the savory flavors or
Mhm.
if we want to reorder more of the core is like 2 or 3 months.
Or
So
5 months or 6
Sharon
months
says,
or
I
8
didn't think
months
I'd
or...
like the maple waffle, but I love it. I
Yay.
bought one pack when it first came out, stocked up ASAP. Tried raspberry cheesecake yesterday for the first time. Love it too. Lynette says, I beg every day. Not sure if I have any pull though for the core.
Oh yeah,
big
she
bags.
does. She does.
Warren says, love or...
Core.
Oh, core. Okay, thank you. We'll be ordering more unsweetened. Mix it with bananas to make creamy. With banana. Not bananas.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Now he says, any thoughts on making a dark chocolate flavor? I always add extra cocoa
Oh
to my
yeah,
chocolate flavor.
that's a good idea.
We tried making a fudge.
We did carry a fudge for a
chocolate
while.
fudge flavor, and
I like
it wasn't...
it. It just didn't sell as well as the chocolate.
Yeah.
And it is really easy and relatively cheap to add cocoa powder to chocolate flavor. So I'd say keep doing that.
Yep.
Good idea.
But actually adding cocoa powder to, especially the vanilla,
Mhm.
adding cocoa powder to vanilla is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cindy says, I just did 2 weeks of bacon and pork with eggs and Keto Chow only. And John says, why is it BBB&E? Can you substitute the beef for chicken or pork? So beef, butter, bacon, and eggs is a thing that Dr. Barry does. Now, to clarify, the bacon actually does include other pork.
Mhm.
The reason why you don't, in his thing, you don't want to include you don't want to include chicken and you don't want to do as much pork is because pork tends to be higher in polyunsaturated fats, specifically. Oh my gosh, did I really just do that?
Atlantically.
Specifically omega-6s, which they're not bad. They're just not as good
Mhm.
for us as beef and eggs. So,
yeah, beef has a really good
yep.
vitamin amino acid profile.
And the whole thing with beef, butter, bacon, and eggs is if you are struggling, if you need to reset, well, I mean, Keto Chow is a good way to eliminate some variables. But going to just, you're like, I'm only going to eat beef, bacon, which I would include sausage, by the way, butter and eggs. Not any sweeteners, not any, I mean, Dr. Barry says, hey, if you do coffee, you can have one coffee experience a day, but without sweeteners.
Yeah.
But that's also eliminating dairy. So it's really interesting. Some people find that they can do that for like a week, reset themselves, and move on.
Yep.
Other people have found success in doing it for like 30 days or even longer. So Kel says, I'm loving the raspberry cheesecake, impatiently waiting for pecan sticky bun of ultimate awesomeness.
Oh, I know, me too.
And John says, I've been thinking about doing the beef, butter, bacon, and eggs things, but I can't eat beef.
Yeah, you'll just have to make up your own.
Jackie also points out the pork is also leaner besides the bacon and the pork belly.
Yeah, so you'd need extra butter for that.
Or just pork belly.
It's been nice. Oh, yeah, pork belly. Let's do pork belly for like a week, John. I'll do it with you.
What were you going to say aside from that?
Oh, I have been enjoying like pork and chicken because I have these very strict macros. And if I can do like a leaner meat and then add butter to it, it's a little bit easier for me to calculate. So I've really enjoyed pork lately.
See, Debbie says, my dad always said Pacifically. I never say Pacifically. I don't know why. I do always say on purple.
Yeah, you also said strawberry. I
say that in jest.
I know, but you
and
just
I usually have to think about saying it. I'm like, wait, I'm going to say strawberry, a library.
Because Ruthie said it when she was like 2 years old.
Yes, and it was funny.
It's so cute.
I helped her put on her bandages today.
Thank you.
And it's actually looking really good.
Oh,
she got
so
road rash on her.
All the way from her.
Last week, we were doing our Tuesday night live stream.
Yeah.
And there was a weird sound just as we were finishing.
It was Audrey. It was screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she was laughing. She was in so much pain. It sounded like laughing. Anyway, so...
She fell down a hill and...
she was on rollerblades and stopped.
So she slid onto the pavement, right? From her knee to her butt.
Yep.
Is on one side. It's like, it's probably like this big now.
Yeah. It's gotten a lot smaller, though.
Mm-hmm. It's healing.
Rush says, I'm impatiently waiting for you to take Of Ultimate Awesomeness off the name. I don't know that that's going to happen. Miriam didn't catch it when I first showed her the proof.
tell you to take it off. You just can't remember.
Jackie's on 106 days of BBB&E.
Nice.
Lady Fritzader says ruminant animals, cow,
simple,
lamb, deer, etc. Process the plant nutrients for us so we can use them better than single stomach animals.
There you go. Thank you for pointing that out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and Sharon says, I can't do BBB&E because I need Keto Chow for work. No, a lot of people, Joe and Rachel have said that, hey, if that's what's keeping you from doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
Yeah, then do it.
Do beef, butter, bacon, eggs, and Keto Chow.
Yeah.
Great.
Because it's your plan. It's your body. You can do whatever you want.
Rush says, rats.
Rush, I'm glad you're here today.
What was I watching where somebody was talking about rats and giving somebody rats?
Oh, I remember now. It just said at the end of the movie, it was like, unless you want to eat rats or something. I can't remember.
Mike says, never apologize for ultimate awesomeness.
Right.
Anyway.
Or attractiveness.
There is no charge for that. All right. Well, I think we're going to get off.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Tomorrow we will be doing our longer live stream for Tuesday night. And so.
And please come say hi to us at Keto Con if you're coming. Give us hugs. We can take pictures together.
Or at least a high five. Give me a fist bump. Anyway. All right. Bye.
Bye.